Well, hey, folks. It is currently wow. It actually just turned June 24th, Tuesday. Uh, basically, well, this is what I want to talk about happened yesterday, on the 23rd, and basically, it's just kind of like a little reminder there are still decent people out there, man. They're really like it's really a dime a dozen, and just really hard to find, but they are out there, man. And kind of like help to reinforce my faith in humanity a bit. um, After dealing with a lot of scumbags out there, and there are a lot of scumbags out there. I'll tell you one. But in any case, those who don't know, but basically, we're the Northeast is going through a heat wave. So yeah, I'm in the Northeast. Again, those if you watch my previous videos, you hear me talking about it. But basically, so we are currently going through a hellish heat wave with high humidity. So it's like, it's not it's very not pleasant. So today was the day that Monday was the day that I normally go out with my weighted vest at full weight, and today it happens to be the hottest day of the out of the 3 days of hell, so to speak. And so me, stubborn me, I'm just like, no, 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 I gotta stay up with the heavy weight. I'm not gonna lighten it because I need to get used to this. And but yeah, I'm not a spring chick, so that's not really helping. So in any case, yeah, and also my setup, I don't really have much space to carry a water bottle with me, so I just said the hell of it. I'm just gonna deal with it. My walk is about like an hour and a half long. So basically, by the time I get home, I should be fine. I just go drink some water, cold water when I get back home, and sit in the AC and take a cold shower because modern luxuries and whatnot. And people back in the days, they went through worse shit. Uh, Carrying loads of stuff, and they have no AC or access to ice cold water and stuff, unless you live in the Arctic. And of course, that's not the Arctic is not exactly the climate I'm talking about here. We're talking about like a Saharan desert or whatnot. So Saharan, hot heat, Middle East sort of deal. Or even the South American rainforest and whatnot. So in any case, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just shut up and go for it and try to go do it. And basically, yeah, it's hit me like a ton of bricks down the halfway mark. I was just like slogging. I was taking breaks, stopping and sitting down whenever I can. And I was just like really getting winded and knocked out, everything. It was just like, it was a mess. Eventually I got to the halfway, about like a little further past the halfway point, right? I got like another 30 to 40 minutes left. So I decided to take a break. And then this old man approached me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I see you're exercising here." And he was like, "Look, I just came back from exercising. You see, I'm covered in sweat here." And I'm like, I try to be patient with this dude. I'm like, okay, I'm just just talking. Then he started like talking to me, like striking up a conversation. I'm like, oh my god, I am like, you just see, I was like right there, then and there. I was like breathing hard, still trying to recover, which is like really piss poor. We were like out in the middle, direct sunlight, and I was just trying to recover. And I'm like going in and out of stuff. And I try to be patient with this guy. He's an older gentleman. He said he was in the 60s, and so we were just talking, and he wanted to show me a magic trick. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to talk. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This guy's like, I'm trying to really be polite here. So show me a funny magic trick and whatnot. But I was like really not. I was just really again. I was just really out of it because it was so damn hot. Um. So then eventually, I kind of like said like, yeah, man, I just want to go home and just kind of get some cold water or whatnot. And and he goes like, look, why don't I get you some cold water? And I was like, no, 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 thank you very much. I'm good. This is part of the training. I need to get used to not drinking water until I get, it's like I should be able to make it for an hour and a half, right? Which, honestly speaking, I don't think I would have because I was just like real, or maybe I would have, but it would have been like a lot harder. So because he says he knew this guy in a pizzeria nearby, and so he went to go get some water there. So we after a while we bid. I told him like, look, man, I'm sure you have a good one, take it easy. And then as soon as he went to the pizzeria, I started making my way, hobbling towards the direction towards where I'm supposed to go. And then all of a sudden he caught up to me on the next block. It was just a short block because I couldn't really move fast, and and he actually had a bottle of water for me. I was like, oh my god, you really didn't need to, man. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, I told him like, look, man, thank you very much. You know, shit, I was like touched, man. I'm like, damn, and I really appreciate it. And like, I think my walk would have been a lot harder if I didn't get that water. But man, it hit the spot. The walk still sucked, but the water helped. But you know, it's again, like, it's gentlemen like that, people like that just basically really makes me um just bring really brings back faith in humanity, during these crazy times and whatnot. But just something I want to share. Like I said, it's just share share some good vibes, share some good high vibe energy and whatnot, and high vibe stories. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's a short, just a short post. I don't know when hell this is gonna go up. And also, part of the noise in the background, that's my clunky AC going on. Yeah, as I said, I need it right now, so I'll be cooking in the middle of the night right now. In any case, y'all have a good one. Good luck, God bless, take care. As always, keep it real. Later.